From the serenity of wildlife to the alluring archaic stories, Assam has always been the unsullied land of the country. Its diverse forestry is an important one. In order to safekeeping and conserve its silviculture, the state's forest department is actively involved in conserving, protecting and managing the recorded forest areas of Assam. Silviculture division contributes largely in the forest research activities. Office of the Silviculturist was originated in Shillong. Today, the office building is in Bokhisto, Guwahati. Sri Makhonlal Hoikia was Assam's first silviculturist of independent India. The primary mandate of the silviculturist is to explore and carry out research in fields as forests are treated as natural field laboratories. Initially, research objective was oriented towards timber quality and growth. During the 50s and 60s, the silviculture of Assam was time and again redefined by the initiation of cane and wattle cultivation, root planting of bonsam, and cultivation of medicinal plants. However, in the 70s, the regeneration of important timber species was in the forefront. Later, during 1997, Tissue Culture Laboratory was established and it achieved a success in bamboo and orchid tissue culture with successful rehabilitation of orchid since 2003.
Ex situ conservation of indigenous medicinal plants and orchids also practiced in this division. We have one herbal garden where 56 numbers of herbs, 21 numbers of shrubs, 10 numbers of climbers and 60 numbers of trees having medicinal value are conserving at present. Regarding orchids, in our orchid houses, we are maintaining near about 100 species of indigenous orchids which have beautiful flowers. Students and research scholars from different research institutions, visitors from different places used to visit our orchid houses and herbal garden, and we used to exchange knowledge with them.
Presently, along with traditional research, the studies are oriented conforming to objectives of Sustainable Development Goal 2030. 7 preservation plots including rare and indigenous species like Mekai, Gorgon is being taken up. Also, there are 15 experimental plots and 13 sample plots distributed over different forest type areas of Assam.
গোটেই ভাৰতবৰ্ষৰ ভিতৰত অসমখন জৈৱ বৈচিত্ৰ্যে ভৰপূৰ আছে। এই গোটেইখিনি ক্ষেত্ৰত আমাৰ এটা বিজ্ঞান ভিত্তিক গৱেষণাৰ প্ৰয়োজনীয়তা আহি পৰিছে আৰু আমাৰ সিলভিকালচাৰ যি বিভাগ আছে আমাৰ ফৰেষ্টৰ ভিতৰতে এই তেওঁলোকে কিছুদিনৰ ফালৰ পৰা খুব চেষ্টা চলাই আছে যে আমাৰ অৰ্কিড আছে, আমাৰ মেডিচিনেল প্লান্ট আছে, বহুতখিনি দুষ্প্ৰাপ্য আমাৰ যিসকল গাছপুলি আছে তেওঁলোক হেৰাবলৈ গৈ আছে আৰু গৱেষণা কৰাৰ কাৰণে খুব স্বাভাৱিকভাৱেই আমাৰ বহুতখিনি সাপোৰ্ট আমাৰ চৰকাৰৰ ফালৰ পৰা দিব লাগে। আমি এবাৰো আমি এছঅপিডিৰ ফালৰ পৰা কেম্পাৰ ফালৰ পৰা আমাৰ কেন্দ্ৰীয় চৰকাৰৰ ফালৰ পৰা আমি বহুতখিনি সহায়তা আমি পাইছোঁ আৰু আমাৰ যিসকল সিলভিকালচাৰত জড়িত থকা আমাৰ যিসকল বিভাগীয় কৰ্মকৰ্তাসকল আছে তেওঁলোকে খুব উৎসাহে কিছুমান কাম কৰিছে। আমি কামবিলাক দেখিবলৈ আমাৰ খুব ভাল লাগে। আমাৰ হেৰুৱাই যোৱা যিসকল গাছপুলি আছে কেনেকৈ আমি ইয়াতে সংস্থাপন কৰিব পাৰোঁ এনেকুৱা এটা প্ৰয়াস চলি আছে। আমি তেওঁলোকৰ প্ৰয়াসক আমি অৰিহণা যোগাইছোঁ।
Emphasis was given on study of sporadicity of rare and indigenous species. Comparative study of sal growth on north and south bank of Brahmaputra is also initiated.
In India, the scientific forestry is a very old method which we are using it. After Germany, France and Spain, India is the 4th country where scientific forestry has been used since 1864. And if you talk about GDP, about contribution of forestry sector in our GDP, earlier in 50s it was 2.6%. But now over the years, now it has reduced to less than 1%. One of the major causes is the use of unscientific management in our forestry. So in Government of Assam, as a head of the forest force, my much more focus how the contemporary issues related to forestry sector can be analyzed with the model tools of the scientific method and giving much more focus to the research for our production forestry.
Assam Forest and Biodiversity Conservation, which is assisted by French government. And we have been able to make some big interventions into getting the confidence of community back into forest management. We have been able to do some institutional strengthening in the department by way of infrastructure, mobility, vehicles. But at the same time, I am happy to say that we have been able to also make some important interventions in the field which was long neglected. The important aspect of forestry, that is forest genetics and research. Now what we have been able to do is to revive the old system of our silvicultural plots to see how we are doing the forestry management, which species is requiring special interventions. We have focused on local, endemic and rare tree species. We have also been able to identify some superior mother trees of important varieties.
Taking over of Digboi Arboretum from Panchayat and Rural Development Department with a goal to transform it into a center of excellence was a major achievement. Silviculturists also developed a propagative protocol for 5 important species. Another amazing prospect for the department would be the establishment of orchid sanctuaries around the state.
There is a paradigm shift in research activities nowadays, considering the SDG goal 2030 of increasing the carbon dioxide equivalent to 3.5 to 4 billion tons. And we are considering also a research in outside the forest areas, such as study of urban forestry and its subsidiary components, and the selection of species which sequester more carbon.
For carrying out the above activities and field data collection and analysis of data, it is important to train up the frontline staffs, and hence proper initiatives are taken to empower them.
Traditional researcher উপৰিও বৰ্তমানৰ ডিমাণ্ডৰ ওপৰত নিৰ্ভৰ কৰি কিছুমান নতুন ডিভাইস ব্যৱহাৰ কৰিব লগা হৈছে, যেনে কিলোমিটাৰ, ডেন্সিওমিটাৰ, GPS ইনক্লুডিং GIS, আৰু সেইখিনি ব্যৱহাৰৰ কাৰণে ফ্ৰণ্টলাইন ষ্টাফবোৰক এটা প্ৰশিক্ষণ দিব লগা হৈছে। এই ক্ষেত্ৰত আমাৰ যেহেতু সৰহসংখ্যক কৰ্মচাৰীয়ে ওল্ড এজ, সেইকাৰণে কিছুমান প্ৰব্লেমৰ আমি সন্মুখীন হৈছোঁ। যিখিনি আমাৰ নতুনকৈ নিযুক্ত কৰ্মচাৰী, তেখেতসকলে সুন্দৰভাৱে এই ক্ষেত্ৰত সফলতা লাভ কৰিছে, আৰু ই আমাৰ কাৰণে ৰিচাৰ্চত বহুত সুবিধা হৈছে।
কিলোমিটাৰ, ডেন্সিওমিটাৰৰ বিষয়ে কোনো জ্ঞান আমাৰ আগপূৰ্বতে নাছিল। আমি ইয়াত আহি যিখিনি জ্ঞান পালোঁ, এই জ্ঞানখিনি নিশ্চয়কৈ আমাৰ কাৰণে প্ৰশংসনীয়।
আমি বহুত নতুন ডাটা কালেকশ্যনৰ কাম শিকি আছোঁ আৰু ছাকচেছফুলি আমি এইখিনি কামত লগাইছোঁ। GPSৰ বহুত কোঅৰ্ডিনেটছ কেনেকৈ GIS ছফ্টৱেৰত আমি ইনপুট কৰোঁ, ডাটা এনালাইচিছ ৱৰ্ক, ডাটা কালেকশ্যন ৱৰ্ক, এভৰিথিং, আৰু এইবোৰ দি আমি একচুৱেলি একিউৰেটলি এখন মেপ কেনেকৈ ৰেডি কৰে, এটা প্ৰিজাৰ্ভেশ্যন প্লট, চেম্পল প্লট বা এক্সপেৰিমেণ্টেল প্লট, হাউ কেন উই ইউটিলাইজ দ্য প্লটছ, এণ্ড সব কামখিনি আমি একিউৰেটলি গম পাওঁ।
For this division, the projects in the pipeline include the pilot study on economic empowerment of forest fringe community through ecosystem service payment out of carbon sequestration, study on bamboo culm thickening that forms an integral part of the lifestyle and economy of Assam, and the study on urban forestry and its subsidiary components and quantification of comprehensive forest ecosystem services are also on the cards.